will bless.
I will bless your name.
I will bless your name.
Bless your name. Bless your name forevermore. It is to you I give the glory. It is to you I give the praise. For you have done so much for me, and I will bless your holy name. It is to you,
Holy Father,
Holy Father,
no
one like you.
one. And I will bless you, Lord.
And I will bless your name.
Without reservation, I just give you worship tonight. It is to you I give the glory. It is to you I give the praise. Lord, you have done so much for me, and I will bless your holy name.
It is to you, Holy Father,
No one like you,
like you.
and I will bless your name.
And I will bless
Thank you, Lord. And I will bless you, Jesus. I bless you, Jesus. Come on, right where you are. Can you bless him tonight? Yes, I will. Say it again. I will bless you. Yes, I will. I'll do it. You've been too good to me. I gotta worship you. I gotta thank you. I gotta praise you. I will bless
Welcome back to another piano lesson with Warren. My name is Warren McPherson if you're new to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at Byron Cage, It Is To You. A song released a few years ago, beautiful worship song. Today I'm going to show you the chord breakdown. I'm going to show you some of those licks and movements and stuff I was doing, so you can start adding some of this to your songs, because a lot of the stuff you see me just played in the intro is transferable, which means you can add a lot of these stuff to other songs you're playing. So if you're new to the channel, you're just discovering this channel, this is where we talk and teach everything gospel music and how to play gospel piano by ear. So if that's a passion of yours, that's something you're interested in learning, you stumbled on the right channel. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, so you can stay up to date when we put out new content. All right, so stay tuned. We're going to jump into the breakdown when we get back. All right, welcome back. Now we're going to take a deep dive into Byron Cage, It Is To You. Song, the original is in the key of D major. So that's the D major scale. And the diatonic chords for the D major is the 1, E minor is the 2, F sharp minor is the 3, G major is the 4, A major is the 5, B minor is the 6, and C sharp diminished is the 7. Cool? So those are the diatonic chords. For those who are beginners, we're going to be using a lot of those chords throughout the song. Now let's just take the bare bones breakdown of the song, and then we'll talk about the fancy stuff later. So the song starts on the 5 chord in first inversion. It is to you. Right, so 5 chord, A, first inversion. It is to you, I give the glory. Back to the 1. It is to you, 5 in first inversion. I give the praise. Now, you notice my left hand, I'm just playing the root and the third of the chord, because this is the 5 chord, right? And my right hand is just playing a full first inversion A chord. For you have done, back to the 1. Then here we go to the 5. Have done so much for me. So that's where things shift. So we're in the 5 in first inversion, then we'll go to that sharp 5 diminish. Now, the reason why we call it a sharp 5 is because we're thinking diatonic. We have to account for each chord as it relates to the key we're in. So if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this A sharp does not belong to the key of D major, right? So we have to call it the sharp 5. So it's A sharp diminish or B flat diminish, however you want to think about it. So, for you have done so much, and it's a fully diminished 7. So much for me. Now we're on the 6. Then we're going to go, and I will bless. We're going to your holy name. So we're doing this 2 dominant sus. Or you can think of it as a 2 sus. Now, when I say the 2, I'm talking about chord 2. But the quality of the chord is suspension. So we just shorten it and say 2 sus 4, right? And then that resolves to, you can think of this a couple ways. You can think of this as the G sharp diminish, right? The sharp 4 diminish going to 5. Or you can think about it as a straight E7, the 2-7 in first inversion. I play both chords from time to time, you know. So, and I will bless your holy name. Then we go back to that 1 chord. Easy to you, right? Easy to you. To the 4. Holy Father. Back to 1 in first inversion. Then we're going to do a 7-3-6 passing. Or a 7-3-6 progression. Holy Father. We're going to play this chord. No one else like you. So the 7, we're altering the 7 a little bit. Now, my beginners, I know I'm moving a little bit fast, but this song introduces some chords that aren't necessarily beginner chords. But regardless of what your skill level is, just try to follow the notes that I'm playing. Eventually, these chords will become a part of your vocabulary, right? So don't restrict yourself to say, because you don't know this chord or you've never played this chord, that doesn't mean you can't learn it today, all right? So remember, we talk about the 7 supposed to be a diminish. The natural quality of the 7th chord in any major key is a diminish, right? But, you know, in gospel music, they always be changing stuff. So we're changing this chord from a diminish to a sharp 9 chord. So you can think about this a couple ways. You can think about it as a C sharp 7, sharp 9, sharp 11. Or you can think about it as a C sharp, sharp 9, flat 5. It's literally the same chord. It's just a matter of how you want to name it. Right? So we're doing no one else like you. So this is a 7, changing the quality to the 3. We're playing an F sharp 7, dominant 7, like you. And I'm coming down here to my 6, and I'm just playing a 7. Now we're going to do this sort of standard gospel turnaround. And I will bless your name. So what's that turnaround? Once we're on that 6, we're going to make that 6 into a dominant. And we're going to do what we call a walk. We're going to walk through that chord. So I'm starting with this fancy turn. You don't have to. You can just do. This we call a diminished walk. So from here, there are a couple ways you can do it. So in my right hand, my left hand, I'm just playing a full B7. In my right hand, I'm going to play these 2 notes, which kind of creates a B7 flat 9 chord. But what the right hand's going to do is, right? And then with the left hand is going to do, that's how I'm going to walk through it. So together we have, who's walking from the dominant 6 to the 2. Now if you can, your fingers are quick enough to do, I'm doing, but quickly. Back to the 1, back to the 5 in first inversion, then we're gonna do third up. So I'm just playing that in my left hand to the 5. So you think about it as it's like a 4 chord in first inversion going down to 5. But you can start, spruce it up with some additional notes. So like I'm just playing that, or I might play that. And then that takes us back to the 1 chord. Bless your 1 in first inversion to the 4 chord. Name. Now we're going to do that turn again. And I will bless 2, 1, your 5 in first inversion. Name. Then 1 in first inversion. Forever 4. More. Right? Evermore. One more time slowly. Is it to you? 5 in first inversion. I give the glory. Is it to you? I give the praise. Back to the 1. For you have done 1, 5 in first inversion. Sharp 5 diminished. So much for me. 6. Then and I will bless 2 sus your holy name. Then we're back to the 1 chord. Is it to you? 4. Holy Father. 1 in first inversion. Then 7, 3, 6. No one else like you. Then the diminished turnaround walk. And I will bless 2, 1, your 5 in first inversion, your name. Then the slide down to the 5, then back to 1. Bless 1 in first inversion, your to the 4, name. Then we do that turnaround again. And I will bless, back to the 1, your 5 in first inversion, name. Then 1 inversion, 1 in first inversion to 4, forevermore. And I like to do this run. So, forevermore. And all I'm doing there is and the fingering I'm using there is 5, 4, 2, 1. Then lift the hand, 5, 4, 2, 1. Crossover with 3, then 2. So. And that's the basic chords. Now, to talk about some of the runs and stuff I was doing, and by the way, on a side note, everything I played in the intro, that full stuff, the MIDI file for that is available for free for download. The link in the description of this video, you can download the MIDI file. For those of you who are like, what's a MIDI file? What do I do with it? Now, we have what we call a MIDI player. And once you upload that file to the MIDI player and press play, you see the keys light up of everything that I was played, and that allows you to slow it down so you can see exactly the notes I played, the chords I played. And if you also want to see what these exact chords and stuff looks like in another key, you can transpose it. And with that said, I'm also pleased to announce that our browser-based MIDI player is now available. And that's by browser-based, I mean you don't have to download anything, you don't have to install anything. You just go to the URL, which is point in the description below as well, pianolessonwithwarren.com/MIDI player. And you'll see our MIDI player. It's free. You can upload the file to that, slow it down, transpose it. And that's a great way to learn to play by ear using the visual approach and being able to see the chords and stuff like that. So be sure to head over there and check it out. Download your free MIDI file. All right? Back to what I was saying now. Let's talk about some of the runs I was doing. So let's start. So, Now, I like to play my 5 chords like this in first inversion. Get comfortable adding that 9. It gives you a more mature sound. Is it to you I give the glory? If your left hand can even do these extensions, that gives it a nice sound too. Is it to you I give the praise? For you have done so. A lot of runs and movements. Let's slow that down and talk about what I was doing. So after we do the to you, I'll give the praise. Now for you have done. So what I'm doing to get to this diminish. So, right? So it's kind of similar to what I did on the, but I'm doing. Then I'm doing. So it's a lot of thirds. To you I give the praise, for you have done so much, right? Much for me. Right? So from here, when I'm on the 6, I'm doing all thirds. You gotta slip it in there quick. So this stuff you might need to practice. For you have done so much for me, and I will bless you. Another one. Right? Because everything lines up. So if I were to do it slowly while singing, so I give the praise, for you have done so much for me, and I will bless your holy name. So from the we're just walking through that 5 chord, right? Your holy name. Then to the 1. So from the 1, 2, 1 in first inversion in, or right? Then we're gonna do. Let's slow that down. Let's slow that down. So after we go, bless your holy name. It is to you, Holy Father. We're gonna do now this. So, right? Nice flick. Holy Father. Now we're gonna do this walk going down to the 7. And all I'm doing in my right hand, so I'm thinking about this as a 4 major 7, 3 minor 7, 2 minor 7, 1 minor 7, 1 major 7, right? 4 major 7, 3 minor 7, 2 minor 7, 1 major 7. And if you want to think about it more basic in intervals, take an interval of a 4th in that right hand, starting on the 3rd and the 6th, walk that down, and then drop to an E minor in the 2nd inversion. Right? So, da, 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 da. Fingering 2 and 5, 1 and 4, 1 and 3, 2 and 4. And then 1, 3, 5, fingering. And in my left hand, I'm just walking from the 4 down to the 7. Fingering 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Together you have. Then C sharp, F or E sharp, give you that C sharp 7, sharp 9, sharp 11, or flat 5. But I'm also introducing this kind of little grace run. So we have, and you can flick this as well. No one. You can do that walk there as well. Right? Da, 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 no one else like you. All of these are just diminished walks. Then we do it again. And that left hand run I'm doing, when I do the, and I will, I'm doing, so I'm just walking through that minor 9. Then, then, so just those are some of the things I'm doing. To you, I give the glories to you. I give the praise, for you have done so much for me. And I will bless your Holy Father. All right, so just having some fun there, guys. So that's the Byron Cage, Is It To You? Again, the MIDI file is available for download, so I know there's a lot compact in this, and you might need to rewind a little bit, slow some things down. And that's why we make the MIDI file available, free for download. And also, again, big announcement, our MIDI player is now also available and free to use. So you can just upload any MIDI file and it will play it back exactly for you, showing the chords and the name of the notes and all of that wonderful stuff. The link to the MIDI player is also in the description of the video. Again, if you're new to the channel and you want to learn more about gospel piano, more about playing by ear, you've stumbled on the right channel. We have hundreds and hundreds of video lessons over here that will give you some guidance, give you some quick tips and tricks, song breakdowns, and all of that beautiful stuff. But then also, if you even want to go beyond YouTube for more structured learning with courses and quizzes, and like I said, tons of apps, pianolessonwithwarren.com might be a place for you. That's where we focus on teaching gospel musicians how to play by ear, how to improve their gospel piano without having to learn music. So head over there and check that out. We only focus on gospel and Christian music and hymns and all of that stuff. So if that's a passion of yours, I believe you'll find yourself at home. Okay? And so until then, keep listening, keep singing, keep practicing. We'll catch you next week for another tutorial right here. Bye for now.